can't Cole press the record button?
Because I already did, bro.
I'll press it again for good luck.
I mean, Emmy winner advice for Adam.
Yeah, double tap your record button for good luck.
That's how he won the Emmy.
Exactly, that's how he won the Emmy. Hello, film fans. Welcome to All the Film Things. I'm your host, Elizabeth. Thank you for listening. If you're enjoying this podcast, leave a review or a rating. Also follow All the Film Things on Instagram for updates and more film things. This is the first episode of 2025, and today we are talking about 2024 in film. Joining me are two All the Film Things regulars and the two most frequent guests on the show, my friends, unofficial co-hosts, there are quotes around that, Emmy-winning photojournalist Cole Echevarria.
Oh my god. What does the purple button do?
I'm not done with my intro.
I didn't know he had. Nice. Oh, I'm gonna use that one later. What happens if I press this one? Keep going, Elizabeth, you're on a roll.
And Emmy-winning photojournalist Cole Echevarria, writer-director Samy El Kamel, and...
He gets claps too.
I'll take it. I mean, people love me.
And movie lover Adolfo Miranda. My god.
That was perfect. What do you mean?
No. It's the worst intro ever. We will be... My god, stop.
All right, bro.
I don't know what that one does. I forgot what that one does.
We will definitely be talking about Cole's recent Emmy win, as well as Sammy's new upcoming short film Waveform. Careful with those buttons, Cole. Later in the episode, Cole, Samy, Adolfo, thank you all for joining me today.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
I just want to speak with buttons. Well, now the intro's done, so I can just hit.
I think you should lower your audio a little bit.
I should lower my
You
audio?
are loud.
Emmy Award winner has been told what to do, but it's okay.
Oh my god, I can't. I'm so close to switching seats with you, Cole.
I'm sorry.
Too much power. I'm getting reminded of the baseball film episode.
I don't remember what happened.
You took over and you screamed at me in the car. That's what happened.
That was the baseball episode?
Yes, that was.
I screamed at you a few times, so it's hard to remember.
It was only once. That was very memorable. All right. Now, the three of us are finally back after another year in review episode. Samy, Cole, and I covered 2022 in the freezing cold 2 years ago.
We did. It was free. Yeah, I remember.
Was it 2022?
2022.
Yeah, man, that's when it was. We were like doing it outside.
Oh, yeah.
It was freezing.
We did one last year too, didn't we?
No, because I was late in my preparation. You were ready to do it, but I wasn't ready.
We did an Oscar movie, though. That was just basically the same thing.
You consider Film Finds similar to that, too. You're mixing all
Yeah,
these
they're
three.
all magical.
Now...
Let's reminisce a little bit, Sammy.
Hold on,
what was
I'm
your
not-
favorite 2022 film? Do you remember?
No, I really don't. Wait, what was in 2022?
I
I could cheat.
think
Fablemans?
mine was Banshees of Inisherin.
Oh, yeah,
I do
you
remember the
two
Banshees.
loved that.
That
film,
was
yeah.
my favorite. Avatar. I think you hadn't seen it yet.
I don't think
The
I
new
had seen it yet at
Avatar.
the time. I can
Avatar, The
tell
Way
you,
of
though.
Water.
The Way of Water.
Everything everywhere.
Everything Everywhere All at
Yes.
Once.
Oh, The Northman, I think, was like
The Northman.
my favorite.
That was
or
a
one
good
of my
one.
favorites.
The Fablemans and The Whale, I think, were my favorites.
The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, Barbarian.
Ooh, I loved The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
That episode, the 2022 in film episode, is currently in the vault. And Samy, you joined me last year to discuss 2023 in film. And now here we are with another year in film nearly behind us. So again, let's start off with overall, as a year, how did 2024 do?
You want to take this question first, Sammy?
Sure, Emmy Award winner Cole. I mean, all my all the heavy hitting directors dropped last year, in my opinion, or like most of them. Most of like my personal favorite directors that I'm like inclined towards dropped last year. So I didn't really have like a ton of stuff that I was like looking forward to much this year. But I think like the year was pretty good. Definitely the back half of the year like impressed me more than the first half.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Really?
Yeah.
The back half?
Yeah, like this. Yeah, like the half that we're currently.
See, I was the opposite. I would like had a good run of movies kind of in the spring, like April, May, June. I think had a good little run, and then I kind of haven't really seen anything. I mean, I've seen a couple movies this fall that were good, but overall, I've kind of been let down by the fall movies personally. That's interesting. So subjective.
There was like
you know?
Dune 2 in the beginning of the year, which was like incredible. But then after that, for me personally, there was like nothing.
Oh, really?
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like half of my like top 5 was in the first half of the year. Maybe 4 out of the top 5. I have to remember.
I know you sent me your list. I'm not sure if you've updated it since.
Probably not. I mean, there's been some good movies recently, but there haven't been any that I'm like, wow, that goes top 5. Well, no, there was one. One was top 5.
From the second half of the year?
From the second half of the year.
Which one? Well, I guess we'll get into that.
We'll
you
get
wanna
into
wait?
that.
No?
Well, no,
Yeah,
we'll
Yeah,
wait.
Little
Cole.
tease to the audience.
Yeah, right.
That is a tease already.
Yeah.
We'll get to our
Mhm.
top favorites soon. I agree with Samy. The back half was better. The movie season didn't begin for me until October 1st. There were a few earlier ones, some not very impressive, but overall, 2024 in film was just not as good as 2023.
Sure.
You disagree?
No, I said sure, in agreement.
Didn't sound like you were in
Sure.
agreement.
Sure.
Saying it more.
2023,
Only,
I mean, it's probably about even, you know?
no.
But there's been more misses, you know? I feel like last year there was a good handful of movies, and maybe weren't the best, but they were like more enjoyable. I feel like this year there's kind of a bigger gap between the good movies and the bad movies. Or good movies and mediocre movies. But I feel like the top quality's still been pretty
There
good.
were more movies last year that like I knew I was gonna like and was looking forward to. Like this year, I would say I probably like discovered a lot of movies that I like didn't know about or wasn't looking forward to that ended up being good.
I agree.
2023 was a year of like I love these directors and they're dropping, and 2024 was kind of like, oh, look at these like new kids on the block. Not new kids, but for me, you know, new.
Yeah, some smaller works like Sean Baker. I mean, I know he's had a few kind of indie hits, but now he's kind of had this is his big one with Anora, and then Alex Garland's also kind of had some hits, but I mean, this was another big film for him. And then I forget the Challenger's director's name, but
Luca.
yeah,
I don't know how to pronounce his last name, actually.
but that was another film that was like kind of he wasn't that known to the general audience, and now he's a little more known. And we had a directorial debut with Dev Patel that was
Yes.
pretty good early in the year. So no, I think you make a good point there, Samy. Not a lot of like high keynote level directors this year, but some still quality directors. And now I think it's good though. You kind of get out of your comfort zone a little bit, and now
No, yeah,
you have more to look forward to.
Yeah,
You know.
I do appreciate that dynamic.
Yeah, like now we got like Alex Garland wasn't like a guy on my radar, but now like
No, really, he always was for me.
really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I enjoyed Ex Machina, but it wasn't like a movie where I was like, oh, who directed that? Who wrote it? Whatever. So
I'm just adjusting their mics because
I'm fondling my microphone. I'm just gonna lean in.
what a word. Okay.
I'll continue on my point.
Please keep going.
Like now,
Cole.
Alex Garland, like he's got that new Warfare movie that he announced, which I don't know. He's not director of it, but he's involved with it.
I think he is like co-directing.
Is he
it with
co-directing
an
it?
actual like Iraqi war?
Yeah, and so apparently that guy also was a advisor for Civil War. So they worked together on that previously. So the like level of action sequences in Civil War, I figure will probably translate even more to the
To Warfare.
to Warfare, the new film, 2025 film. So that's another. And then, you know, I don't know what Sean Baker's got on the horizon, but definitely be a guy to watch. Even though he kind of was a little more established with, I mean, I'd seen the Florida Project, and I know he's got a few other movies that have been critically acclaimed.
Didn't he do Tangerine? That was a good one.
He did.
I didn't see that one, but
Shot with an iPhone.
With an iPhone 5.
Impressive.
interesting.
Adolfo, what do you think of 2024 in film?
I mean, I have a similar sentiment in that I feel like just like last year was stacked. But yeah, I mean, towards the second half of this year, I feel that just happens every year usually, like all the award films start coming out. But for me, this like second half, I've been like, I find myself being like having to check what's like coming out to like keep up to date with the year. But still, last year had some bangers. But another aspect I like about this year is that like I feel like last year in terms of the Oscars, most people knew that like Oppenheimer was gonna win, or that was like the top contender. This year's like not as clear, so I found that interesting at least.
That's a good point.
It's not like
Yeah.
the one movie everyone else is gonna win. I mean, I've heard some buzz around Anora.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people have been liking that, but I still don't know. Like, that'd be an awesome win. I'm not sure Wicked could be up there.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be kind of crazy if that wins. Like, it probably will get nominated, but in terms of the award season, at least that aspect is more interesting to me this year compared to last year.
Yeah, that's a good point as well.
I agree with that.
I guess the big hang up. What like critically acclaimed movies second half of the year did you guys really like? I guess.
Well, we're
Is it
going to
too
get into
early?
our favorites,
Well, I mean,
Cole.
we're talking about the second half was better, but it's I didn't think so. So I'm just curious, like,
Okay.
what you guys
I'm
liked.
about to
You know.
get there to our favorites.
Well, it's called a segue, Elizabeth. I'm sorry. Samy, what second half of the year movies did you really?
Well, when you say like critically acclaimed, like
Well, not even critically acclaimed by you, Samy.
by me,
By our own critic.
by my own critic. I mean, Conclave like was like easily like one. It was
I loved
amazing.
it, yeah.
Anora was amazing.
Yeah.
The Substance.
The
Oh, see, I
Substance-
didn't
was that
see the
back half?
substance.
Yeah, wait, no, that's
I didn't
September,
see
right?
that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The Substance.
You guys enjoyed the substance?
Yeah, I thought it was
Yeah,
like
I
absolutely
really like
amazing.
the Substance.
Is it a horror movie, or is it like what?
It's mainly body horror, but
Even the body horror is like
yeah, but also like some people, I hear a lot of people calling it also kind of psychological, and it is in a way, but it's very like upfront with it, where it's not like other psychological movies where you really need to think about what it's trying to say. This one's like very upfront with it, so
Gotcha.
I would say it's more body horror than psychological horror, but
Gotcha.
I mean, I've told this to Sammy before. I've kind of like don't really believe in genres anymore. Like movies are just
Yeah.
they're just movies. You can attach like 3 genres to a movie, but you can also just look at it as like, I don't know, in music as well, just in art.
Yeah. Yeah. No, body horror is like one of the like categories that kind of like I shy away from,
it's one of those like
and I think that's why I missed that one.
right. It's just one of those like subgenres of horror that like I don't know people. I don't know. I don't want to talk too much with the substance because like we're gonna get into favorites and stuff, but I feel like a lot of people like skip the substance just because
Because it's body horror,
but
yeah.
it is so much like Adolfo just said, it's not like subtle, like it definitely like you know what it's about, you know what it's getting at, but it is such a powerful like message that I feel people are just gonna like skip because oh shit, body horror.
Yeah. Well, because I watched one movie, I didn't realize it was body horror, and then I went to the theater and I was like, oh, this is a body horror movie,
At the
kind
theater,
of.
damn.
It was this year. What? What's it? The Poor Things director, the
Kinds of Kindness.
Kinds of
Oh.
Kindness.
Oh my,
That's body horror?
Kind of, right?
I don't know if I'd go
I thought there
that
were
far.
some body horror aspects to
It's
it.
one of those that like is just genre fluid. Like,
Yeah, but I remember.
it's just yeah, like you can't.
Yeah.
The directors should be genres. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
or Tarantino's movies.
but see, I
action, or,
liked
like,
Poor
what?
Things, and then I went and saw Kinds of Kindness, and it was like, I was like, I didn't like that. You know?
Yeah, very different, but not at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Since we're talking about horror, I also like when it. I don't know about you guys, but I like really like loved horror growing up,
Mm.
and now I'm at the point where I rarely watch it because I feel like 80% of it's just like an oversaturated genre.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of forget to think about it, but I still try to think like, let me look at how horror did this year.
Mm.
Like, because like let's say last year, Talk to Me, that was like one of my favorite movies. And I feel like that was like the horror movie of the year for me last year. And I guess this year The Substance is there. There was also like The First Omen, Long Legs.
Oh yeah.
So it's horror's like an interesting genre to look at because it's still sort of mainstream, but like I said, it's oversaturated.
Did you like Maxine? Did you watch the whole trilogy?
Yeah, and it was my least favorite. I honestly kind of forgettable for me. I mean, that's all I'll say.
I like the vibes of Maxine. I thought it was a little disappointing, but
Yeah.
because I didn't see the prequel, but I saw X.
Okay.
And I really enjoyed X.
Yeah, you should watch Pearl.
Yeah.
Pearl's the best of the three, I think.
Is it?
Maxine had the coolest like vibe and atmosphere, but it is like
Yeah.
kind of it's not bad, but I would say it's the weakest of the three. Also.
Yeah. And I think I probably would have enjoyed it more if I saw Pearl, honestly, because I realized there were some like callbacks to it, and I was like,
Yeah.
don't understand this. But I mean, I enjoyed it as a movie in and of itself. So
Since everyone's eager to get to the favorites,
Well, hold on. Have you seen any movies this year that you would rank above any? I
Nope.
guess minus Oppenheimer.
nope.
Any? Really? Okay.
what was your top 5 last year?
I didn't have a top 5 last year. I had a top 3, and that was 3 Past Lives, 2 Killers of the Flower Moon, 1 Oppenheimer.
Okay.
And you nothing this year is in the top.
Nope. So, all right. I think we're all interested to know what our top 5s are of
Oh,
the
shit,
year.
Right there. Okay.
All right.
Cole, do you have a top 5, top 3? What do you think?
You want me to go first?
Well, actually, do you deserve it?
I don't care. I'd rather
Fine,
go
you
last.
can go
actually.
first. No, I want to go last.
I actually texted it to you.
You did, but
Can I look at my text message? I forgot.
sure.
Sometimes
I know. I have to
forget
pull
the
up
order.
my list too. It's an order that I forget.
I don't want to
forget.
forget something on accident.
But yours hasn't changed since you texted me because that was like a month or two ago.
It might have changed. I
Okay.
want to look at it. I have my list. Are we ready for my list, or are you going?
Sure, Cole. You go first.
All right. You want me to start from the bottom or the top?
Yes, I do.
Number 5, Conclave.
Dude.
Enjoyed it quite a bit. I really liked the cinematography. I thought Ralph Fiennes was fantastic. Did I say his name wrong?
No, you didn't.
Ralph Fiennes.
There's no R. You don't pronounce the R.
In Ralph?
Alf Fiennes.
Really?
Yeah, I learned that recently. I
Really?
always said Ralph Fiennes, and then I learned that I was saying it wrong my whole life.
I'll just say it quick.
Ralph
Ralph Fiennes.
Yeah.
He was fantastic. I also enjoyed Stanley Tucci. Thought he was good. I liked the story. I thought the twist was great. We've all seen it, right? I don't
Yeah.
want to spoil.
Yes.
Okay, the
Yes.
twist was great, and I thought it was a thought-provoking film, which I always enjoy. So yeah, that's number 5.
Mine's
Number 4, Monkey Man.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, it was up there for me. That was a fun movie, and I was excited for it. I thought the trailer was great. See, if there's a great trailer, it gets me in,
Okay.
and the trailer was fun. And I just like revenge movies, so I thought that was great. Great action. Thought the story was fun. I mean, it's kind of the same kind of revenge story, but I thought it was different in like the setting was different, the characters were different, and just kind of the lore behind the story was fun.
It had a unique voice to it. Like it's
Yeah.
familiar in a lot of ways, but
Yeah.
well directed. Yeah, you could tell it's like
Yeah,
Like a
he did some
singular, like-
interesting cinematography stuff. I felt like I haven't seen it probably since it came out, but I
I only
enjoyed.
saw it once.
I saw stories about him like apparently breaking his hand halfway through. Like,
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow.
Yo, I didn't know that.
there's like a lot of. I heard like he like really wanted to make like a lot of heart put into that. So
Yeah, you could definitely tell too. So yeah, that's number 4. Number 3, Saturday Night.
mm.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that one was just a fun movie, and it was kind of. I felt like we had a little bit of a drought there. You know, like August to like September. It was kind of a.
that is like a back half. Yeah, and
Yeah.
So I thought it was fun. I thought it was funny.
It was.
I thought like the guy who played Chevy Chase, fantastic. Great job of being like that was Chevy Chase. And I just like it was a fun movie. A lot of my friends watched it. They enjoyed it. We're talking about it. So that was really enjoyable.
Are you an SNL fan? Like, is that
Not
part
really.
of
Yeah,
the-
not really.
Okay.
Like I've seen bits and pieces throughout the years, but I've never been like it's Saturday night or it's Sunday morning. Let's watch
Yeah,
SNL.
Is
you know?
anyone an SNL fan here?
Not particularly.
Really? I watch every week.
I'll watch. Like,
Yeah.
I'll watch it. You know, but it's not. I don't
that
seek
just
it
shows
out.
that they made it in a way that even non like diehard fans
Yeah.
still enjoy.
Absolutely. And because it was kind of like, it's almost like a pop culture movie as much as it's like a movie about SNL. You know, it's like a capturing like the moment of, was it like 1970 or whenever it was?
Yeah,
1975.
Yeah, it was like capturing that because like you've got like the current events tied into it. You've got like who's popular at the time and just like, I thought they did a really good job of pulling it all together. All right, number 2, Challengers.
Wow. Okay.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fast and like exhilarating. I thought there was a lot of conflict and drama that kept me interested. I really liked the style of the film. The cinematography was great. The acting was pretty good. I just I thought
That
it was
score
probably
too.
yeah. Oh yeah, how could I forget about the
Yeah.
score? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, the score was great, and I thought it was like kind of an original idea.
True.
Yeah, and I enjoy original ideas.
Yeah, I
and-
originally thought it was based on a book, actually. but
Really?
Then I didn't. That's how much I like. Like, I don't usually watch movies like that, like love triangle, like romance drama.
Yeah.
They're not usually for me, but Challengers was pretty fun.
Yeah, it was like love triangle meets sports film.
Yeah, like
which
I've never
was-
seen
yeah.
a mix of that really, like before.
Yeah.
At least not executed to that level.
And like even when you do see a movie like with a female as the kind of dominant mental
Mm.
character, like she's the psychologically dominant character, I thought was an interesting way to, because you don't see that a lot in film. It's usually like a male who's psychologically
Yes,
dominated,
yeah.
you know, and then
Just
So-
the like overall dynamic of all
Yeah.
three. Like I remember reading something that Luca had like he was like, when I went into characterizing or like writing the script, it was very much like a triangle, a physical triangle. And he was like, the way I view these characters is that if you were to pull on like any one side of the triangle, like both
Mhm.
characters would be majorly affected. Like you can't
Yeah.
change anything about one character without changing the relationship between all three of them.
yeah.
And I
that's a
remember
good
reading
point.
that, and then when I rewatched the movie, I like looked out for that, and I was like, okay, that's like he did that. Like,
Yeah.
pretty good writing.
Incredibly homoerotic as well,
Mhm.
which is fantastic. The churro scene is probably
The churros,
Churro, the hot dog.
dude.
jacuzzi, or the sauna, or whatever.
Sauna wasn't that gay of a scene. I thought the gayest scene was probably the churro scene.
Yeah,
And people don't like they kiss each other, but that's not as gay as when he eats his best friend's churro.
Yeah, they're watching.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Like that was like more homoerotic.
Like they're in each other's hair.
Yeah. So fantastic work. And then number one, Civil War.
Whoa.
Yeah. That was a
Love
good one.
to see Civil War love.
Yeah. That was
That's been your favorite through and through this whole year.
I think so. Yeah. That was a good film. Yeah, and I loved that it was subtle because everyone was expecting it to be like this politically kind of like driven film, kind of ideological, and it was more subtle. It still kind of made some of the points of like an ideological film, but it was subtle, which I thought was better. It was like you'd have to actually think about what the film is trying to say. So I thought that was great. And then I thought the way the action sequences, I think I alluded to it earlier, was awesome. Especially like the last scene in the White House. Awesome film work. And the cinematography was also incredible. And
Jesse Plemons.
yeah, Jesse Plemons. Yeah, I mean, how can you not want that guy in a movie?
How much of your love for that movie would you say is like due to you being a photojournalist also?
Dude, it's interesting. It's interesting because I talk to people about this. I joke. I'm like, oh, that's what I do.
Yeah.
But it's not what I do at all. But I thought it was interesting.
In a way, the spirit of what they're doing.
In
there
it,
is,
yeah.
like,
No, I think that's a good point. It's like the spirit of journalism and like making sacrifices because it's important. I feel like I related to that and to
just the way that they have to be like objective also. And, like,
yeah, no,
Because I
yeah,
remember Alex Garland is one of my like favorite directors
Mhm.
ever, and so I was really, really looking forward to Civil War. And
Mhm.
I was initially like, I gotta admit, I was a little let down because I was like, damn man, like this did not go the way I expected it to at all. I
Yeah.
recognized that it was a decent movie, but I was like, man, this just wasn't it. But when I rewatched the movie recently with I'm like, okay, so this is from a photojournalist point of view. Like I know what
Mhm.
to expect now. And something in there like just clicked, and
Yeah.
it's became one of my favorites of the year.
yeah,
And
because
I
it's not a
really, really
war
loved it.
film,
Exactly,
and you
yes,
can't watch
exactly,
it
exactly.
thinking it's gonna be a war film. You're gonna be like let down.
But despite that, and even though we never really know why the
Mhm.
war started, the movie did a great job of like kind of laying out the tensions of the war.
The
and,
world
like,
building.
the world
Yeah.
building, like lines of dialogue that let you know like what's going on, and you can
Yeah.
kind of piece together like, okay, we don't know what incited this war, but I kind of have a feeling of how we got there a little.
Yeah, and I think that's better because it's kind of the point. It's
Mhm.
like it doesn't really matter what specifically caused it because it was kind of a cycle. And I
Mhm.
thought they were alluding to that. And they kind of brought it kind of together at the end. It was like, whoever wins, it's not going to be necessarily better. It's going to be the same thing unless they fix the actual societal issues. And I thought that was interesting. And it kind of like, I think that was kind of the point. A lot of people who wanted a war film and were upset, I think kind of missed like the overall message or
Mhm.
like what the point of the film was.
Because there is that one line of dialogue that I even remembered on my first time, but the
Mhm.
rewatch it stuck out even more. But from Lee, raise her name, right? Lee,
Uh-huh.
when she's like, every time I went out here and took pictures, like I thought I was sending the message home, don't do this.
Yeah.
But here we are. And like that, I think like is the crux of that entire movie.
Yeah.
Like really, like
Yeah.
this is our job as these photojournalists to document what's going on, to hopefully, like we can't have an opinion either way, but by providing these pictures to everyone in this room, like they can form an opinion. And I thought the opinion I'm sending was don't do this shit, but here we are. Like, yeah. That was powerful.
I agree. Elizabeth?
That's your top 5. Adolfo, top 5?
Top 5.
Go ahead.
All right. I will quickly just mention 10th through 6th because I want to.
Yeah.
Do it. Number
This is
10,
your
A
podcast
Different
now.
Man.
A Different Man.
Let's go.
Number 9, I Saw the TV Glow.
I heard about that.
Number 8, Sing Sing.
Ooh, nice.
So a lot of A24 so far.
Yeah.
Number 7, Furiosa. And number 6, Challengers.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, wow. I thought that would be higher for you.
All right, so number 5, Anora. We already talked about Sean Baker. I just feel like it's his most expansive. But also, I feel like it feels the least, like it's still a human story at the end of the day. But like his other films to me feel like borderline documentary style, like you're watching a person.
Yeah.
This one also felt like this, but just more vast. And cinematography, I feel like, was grander than his other movies. So that's number 4, Conclave.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Add your own flavor.
What
bro.
was your favorite part of Conclave?
I mean, the cinematography was basically like the blocking too, like that scene where they're discussing in like the auditorium, and then we come back to it at the end after the explosion. But I think I mentioned this to Samy. It does also kind of feel like 12 Angry Men, like Church Edition. It's all about like
Thank you for making that. Yes, I love that connection.
I like that. Yeah.
balance or like the strive for power, but also the main character's his journey
Wow.
of like him not wanting to accept it, but like, you know, Stanley Tucci's character also was acting like that at the beginning, like, yeah, I don't want it, but then he had that one scene where he's like, of course I want it, everyone wants it. It's like, search deep in your heart, like you say you don't want the papacy, but you do. And then at the end he came back saying like, I apologize, I told you to search in your heart when it was me. There's a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on, before you move on, I just want to, the 12 Angry Men connection is one that that's part of why I really enjoyed the film. And the voting, especially portraying the voting in different ways each time, was so similar to 12 Angry Men. And I mean, again, that's why I love the film. The similarity to 12 Angry Men. So thank you for comparing that.
That was a fantastic comparison.
Yeah, I wonder if I'm just saying, I wonder if the book itself, because it's based on a book, I wonder if that drew from 12 Angry Men at all.
Yeah, I mean, also, since you pointed that out, when I went into it, I didn't know it was based off a book. I kind of assumed it was based off like a real event. But even though it's not, from what I've heard, it still really mirrors how like a new pope does have to get picked. Like they go in there and they won't go out until someone gets picked. And there is like a real corruption when it comes to that as well. So
No, I thought I was watching the movie and then all the stuff was happening and then I went to the bathroom and I Googled on my phone real quick. I was like, is this a real movie?
Yes.
I was
You
like,
left the theater during a movie?
listen, you gotta go.
Oh,
You
Elizabeth.
don't get any drinks or you hold
He needed
it.
to know.
I'm allowed. No.
I mean, it's on his
No.
top 5. I mean, he loved
Yeah, I
it.
enjoyed the
Yeah, but you
movie.
missed something.
Yeah, you can put the movie together by missing something. I miss stuff all the time. Hold on.
I know.
I'm sorry,
You
Adolfo.
miss a lot of stuff.
This is important exposition. You're allowed to enjoy the movie experience by having a drink, having a snack, and using the restroom if you need to use the restroom. I probably use the restroom almost every film.
Not when I've gone with you. You never get up.
Well,
you're handcuffed to the seat.
Yeah. He's like,
I mean, what have we been to 2 movies together?
3.
Oh, 3. So much more than 2 that I said. I'm sorry. My bad. Just counted a little bit.
I did. Oh my God.
If you got to pee, though, because then you're thinking about how, I got to pee really bad. I can't focus on the movie. So might as well go pee real quick, wash your hands, A, B, C, D, F, G twice, and then go back into the movie and then jump back in.
I mean,
do it all the time.
It's starting to make sense why your taste in film was geared more towards the beginning of the year and less towards the the award-winning films of later in the year.
Because they're too complex to be enjoyable if you go to the bathroom.
Well, it's just, I think it just matches your taste in a way. It parallels, you know.
So you're saying my top 5 movies were not good?
I haven't seen Civil War.
Wow. My taste is off? You haven't seen Civil War?
No, because I told you I was a little nervous about watching it. Remember, we discussed this in the Film
Well, now
Finds
you
episode.
gotta watch it.
Mm,
Face your fears.
mm,
You can use the bathroom in the middle if you need to also.
I wouldn't.
It's a great film though.
Adolfo was in the middle of his list.
No, he said it was okay for this
Oh
exposition.
my god.
Adolfo, please continue.
I'll let him go back. Adolfo, you're good to go.
Right.
You're the captain now.
Adolfo is talking, Elizabeth, can you please?
Okay, just to finish on Conclave, the score was also.
Yep.
Oh god, I love
Yep.
the score.
Score.
It was fantastic.
Okay, number 3, The Substance.
Yo, let's go.
Nice.
That's that. Number 2, Problemista. Not sure if y'all heard about it, but it's another A24 movie. It's about Salvadorian immigrant searching for the American dream, but he wants to be like he wants to work at like a toy company. It's pretty funny. It has Tilda Swinton.
I did see. I saw the trailer. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of quirky.
Yeah.
A lot of like abstract shots. It
Nice.
reminds me of like, Everything Everywhere in that sense of like how creative it is. And then number 1, Dune Part 2. It's been number 1 since I watched it. I've seen that 2 other times since, and
Yeah.
yeah, that's
That was one I couldn't decide to keep it on or keep it off the list because I did enjoy it quite a bit. It's probably number 6 for me.
Nice.
Question though. Do you think Zendaya is a good actress?
I knew. You should have known you'd bring
okay. So I assume you asked a lot of people.
No,
we discussed this in Film
discussed it a
Finds.
couple of times.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Challengers and Dune 2 were in your top 10. But do you think she's like a good actress?
Yeah, I would say she's good. I mean, I would say she's better in Challengers than in Dune. In Dune, she's just kind of there. I mean, she gets the job done. Yeah, but I'd have to, like, when you asked me that, I thought about, like, let's say, like, Oscar nomination potential. Not sure. Yeah, I still have some other ones I need to watch. Like, I've heard that Angelina Jolie Maria is really good. Also,
Mhm.
Joan Mariam Baptiste in Cartoons was really good. So, but to answer your question, she's a good actress. I mean, shake it up.
Shake it up.
I can't decide.
Yeah, I could see. Honestly, though, I could see. Like, do you just think she like plays herself?
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. I can't but I can't figure out like I enjoy Ryan Reynolds movies, but he's not like a great actor. You know what I mean? And there's like a handful of guys like that who kind of like Adam Sandler. I mean, Uncut Gems was great, but other than that, he just kind of plays himself.
That's true, but I feel like there's some actors that do that better than others. Like The Rock is the one that everyone's like, yeah. But then Samy and I have talked about like Jesse Eisenberg. He also kind of plays himself.
That's a good point. Yeah.
It's still fun to watch. It's not like you're saying he sucks, but I do get what you're saying.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like I think Zendaya's better off playing herself, but then she kind of like tries to push it outside a little bit, and that's when I get where like I don't know if she's very good at this.
Well, that's how I felt about her in Challengers.
Yeah.
But aside from Challengers, I thought she was just like, I've only ever seen her in the Spider-Man movies. Don't count, whatever. And Dune, but like even in Challengers, I was like, you're trying, but I don't know if like I
It's
completely
good.
like it. Like it worked.
Yeah.
But I was like, all right, I need to see you do more shit, maybe.
Yeah, I liked her in Challengers more than Dune, like you both said.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, yeah, I don't know if she's like Oscar level yet. Although Euphoria was great.
Yes.
I think that's her best role. Her best role was Euphoria.
I would be interested actually to just watch Euphoria just for her because like she was trying in Challengers, and it's not even that I didn't like her performance. I was just like, maybe it's just because I'm not drawn to those movies in the first place. Maybe her performance threw me out, but there was definitely a marked improvement in that movie over like anything else I'd seen her in.
Yeah.
Samy, your top 5?
My top 5, let's go. I'm going to do what Adolfo did and just name 10 through 6 real quick. 10 is Civil War, 9 is Long Legs, 8 is The Substance, 7 is La Chimera, which...
We watched together.
Was
yeah.
that a 2024?
Technically 2023, but it's...
I count theatrical releases.
Yeah, I kind of like what the award seasons, like what it's eligible for.
Count it.
And 6 is Anora. And then 5 is Conclave, which like, I don't know...
3 top 5.
If I could say something about that movie that like, I guess I just really like the way that movie was written. Like, I think the script, like, as a piece of work was, like, really well paced. Like, every, like, 20-ish minutes or so, like, some new reveal, something new is, like, added onto the movie that keeps things moving. And it's, like, it just felt like a movie that the layers kept peeling back over its entire runtime, and you learn more and more about these characters. And, like, it does feel like a thriller, like an actual, like, high, like, a tense, like, thriller sometimes to me, because you're just learning about these characters that, like, the way that you learn about the characters, you kind of think, like, some of them are on one side at the beginning, and some, like, you kind of learn that every single one of them, even Alphonse, is, like, not completely, like, pure. Like, because even him, over the course of the movie, he keeps going back and forth between, like, I shouldn't keep dabbling in matters that aren't my own. And then literally 10 minutes later, he's like, hey, man, like, what did you learn about this guy over there? Like, so even he is, like, has this line that he goes between, like, he break the seal in the Pope's room and, like, go explore that. Like, he has this, like
he was doing it for the greater good, Samy.
He was he because I think in the same way that Stanley Tucci's character said, like, search your heart, like, you want the papacy. Like, I think there's a part of him that wants to, like, be, really investigative, and then part of him wants to step back, and it's like, I don't want to know anymore. But I don't know, I just think the characterization all around was great, and the score, of course, and cinematography was said. Number 4 is Dee Dee.
Dee Dee.
Oh, did Craig tell you to watch that one? He was really excited for it.
No, it was on my radar. Like, I actually didn't really get around to it until recently, but, like, I knew he loved it. Yeah, but it was on my radar for a while. D-I-D-I.
Where did you watch it? I couldn't find it anywhere in
Peacock.
theaters. Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, yeah, I saw the trailer for this.
I think, like...
Is it good?
It's
obviously it's in your top 5.
I mean, it's not as good as Conclave. No, I'm kidding. I think just, like, different people from different generations are going to gravitate towards they're going to have their own, like, coming of age movie where it's like, oh, that one is so me, like, that one just captures the vibe for me. But that's what Dee Dee is for me. Like, growing up, like, when the internet and, like, social media was starting to become kind of popular, and us as teenagers were kind of figuring this shit out, like, damn, what is this face? Like, you can do what on Facebook? Like, social media was like this whole brand new world that just kind of opened up before it became all encompassing like it is today. Like, I always make a comparison, like, I say this about the internet or social media, whatever, like, the internet used to be a place you could go to and then leave, and, like, it was not around you anymore. Now you can't. It's in the internet's in your pocket wherever you go. And, like, Dee Dee kind of showed that there's these key scenes where he's like, I won't say too much since you haven't seen the movie, but, like, the computer is like its own setting in that movie. The computer is its own, like, character, and you feel its absence and you feel its presence, and just the way that Dee Dee himself navigates, like, this technology, it kind of, you see it, like, kind of corrupting his own sense of self. Like, should I be myself, or should I be what everyone else is on the internet? It's just the things it explores are great. I'm just staying vague for your sake, but, like, the themes that it explores hit home for me a lot, and especially with his own relationship with his, like, mom as well, kind of got me. I was, like, crying at the end of that shit, man.
Ah, wow. Okay.
Number 4 is 3. Number 3 is Dune Part 2.
Let's go.
And the only like, it was for a while number 1, and then became number 2 and number 3. Like, but the fact that it has been taken over by these two is really just because, like, if I'm getting into top 3 movies of the year, like, I'm gonna have to be a little nitpicky, and, like, Dune Part 2 is a Part 2. It's not its own.
Well, I mean, last year Oppenheimer was number 3, right?
Yeah.
So
Interesting. So, yeah. And Oppenheimer, I think, was number 1 until I saw Blackberry and
the Nicolas
Dream
Cage
scenario.
Yeah.
But Dune Part 2, I think, is, like, it is for us what, like, Return of the King was for our parents, what Empire Strikes Back was for our, like, we're gonna get to tell our kids that, like, we saw Dune Part 2 and like, that is the sci-fi movie event. I feel like the same way our parents bragged to us about, like, I saw Darth Vader on the big screen, like, I saw The Lord of the Rings. Like, this is our movie. I think. I don't think, like, there's been a sci-fi epic, like, since Dune on the big screen, or even before Dune, like, between Lord of the Rings and Dune, that has matched this in, like, in its scale and grandeur.
Would you consider Interstellar sci-fi?
No, I'm talking about, like a fantasy epic, like
fantasy,
like
epic.
sci-fi,
okay.
like something that's
like Star Wars.
Yeah, like Star Wars, like Harry Potter, if you will, like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Just don't skip over Harry Potter then. Those are epic.
I mean, it's not really on the same playing field, for being honest. But I just love, like, the Greg Fraser cinematography in Dune 2 is some of the best I've seen in my life. Like, it's just seeing that on an IMAX screen was like, holy crap, what am I even looking at? And The score, I think, is one of Hans Zimmer's best, personally, even if it does recycle a lot from Dune Part 1, but just the way, like, in the ways that it does,
Yeah.
it's crazy what he was able to achieve. A Different Man is number 2.
What is A Different Man?
That movie is about, I don't even know how to, like, describe to you what
When
it's
did
about.
that come out?
It came out this year.
Well, I know it came out this year.
We're talking about it.
true,
We're
talking
ranking.
about 2020.
It's with Sebastian Stan.
Adam Pearson, yeah.
Oh, I vaguely remember the trailer.
It's one of those movies that, like, this is something that, like, I kind of have recently been interested in, like, exploring with the shit that I make. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I like movies. I'm really drawn to movies that, like, use the opportunity that they are movies to tell stories that couldn't exist elsewhere. Like, cinema is a playing field. Like, you have these tools that you can use to tell a story, and, like, if you use them right, you create something that can't really, I don't think A Different Man could exist as a novel, or, like, it's such a visual, like, experience, and equally as, like, abstract. Like, you can watch that. You guys haven't seen it, so, like, I won't talk too much about it, but it's this, like, character study that's personified as such a unique kind of conflict. I've just never, like, seen anything like it. I think it's dialogue, and I think it's writing. Briefly, it's about this man with a disfigured face who, like, wants to be an actor, and he, you know, wants to be loved and accepted in society, and he gets a surgery that promises to fix his face, and so he does become the actor he wants to become, but what was that really the right, you know?
This sounds
the movie
a little
kinda
bit-
starts
oh, sorry.
after that. No, go ahead.
The way you describe it sounds like Sound of Metal, and whether
Actually,
he should
yeah.
get the hearing aid. And I mean, I haven't seen A Different Man, as you pointed out, but from your description, it sounds like they're similar, but it's more explored in A Different Man than it was
It's
in
more
Sound of Metal.
psychological. The Sound of
Mm.
Metal is more, like, somber and, like, meditative, I would say. Like,
Yeah.
A Different Man is not either of those things. Like, it
Okay.
is kind of in your face, no pun intended. But, like, there are a lot of connections that can be made to The Substance with that movie. It explores similar things that The Substance does, more so for, like, not to draw that line, but more so for men than women, I would say. Like, The Substance is definitely more geared towards women. If I'm boiling it down for sake of comparison, I would just say that A Different Man is, like, The Substance for men. But it,
I mean, men are really enjoying The Substance, though.
no, yeah, exactly. That's why I said not to draw that line, but, like, the best, you know, the
Let's just say the main character in The Substance of a woman, and the main character in
is a man. A Different Man is a
Interesting.
man.
Yeah.
So yeah, that one took a rewatch to get it to number 2. It was like 7 or 8, but rewatching it, everything kind of fell into place, and I, like, really understood, like, the mechanics of the movie and the way it was playing with, like, expectations and genre conventions and dialogue. Everything about it's really, really smart. And number 1 is Strange Darling. Has anyone besides Adolfo seen that movie? Have you guys seen
Haven't
it?
seen it, but I'm trying to remember. I know the guy's face who's in it.
Kyle Gallner?
I think so, but is it a horror film? No.
No, that's a thing. It was, like, marketed as horror.
Oh, you
but-
and your genre bending, yeah.
But that's a thing. This one isn't even a matter of opinion. Like, there are 0 horror elements in this movie.
Okay.
Like, there really are not any horror elements in this movie. It is, like, you know, I'm a screenwriter first, so, like, I'm going to be drawn to a good script first and foremost. And this movie, like, takes a standard serial killer story and just completely flips it. The best way to watch this movie is to not know much about it at all, so that's all I'm going to say. It's a serial killer story. It's a story you've seen 100 times before, but never once like this. Highly, highly recommend going in as blind as possible.
All right. I'm a little surprised by your top 3, but again, I was surprised last year with Oppenheimer at number 3, and now do you put Dune Part 2 at number 3? Okay.
Did any of those movies pass Oppenheimer for you?
No.
Yeah.
What was your top 3 last year?
Oppenheimer, Blackberry, and Dream Scenario.
Okay, did any of those 3 get into the top 3 now?
Dream Scenario might be on par with, like, Strange Darling and A Different Man. Because it's equally, it's also one of those that's, like, really psychological.
But not Dune, our generation's epic.
It's hard to compare, like, such an epic grand movie like that.
Yeah,
Cause,
no, I feel you.
Because in a way, like, I could put Dune above those other 2 movies just for, like Strange Darling and A Different Man aren't these great epics that I'm just glued to the screen, but it's just all preference, I guess, you know?
Well, you'd like to differentiate between, you have certain criteria like rewatchable. Like Oppenheimer, you said wasn't as rewatchable as, like, maybe Dream Scenario last year.
But just in the sense that, like, the thing is, like, I just get really nitpicky when I get into top 5, because I love movies, man. I have, like, like 20 movies this year that I love. All the movies in my top 10 I love. So like when I get into top 5-ish, 3-ish, like yeah, I'm gonna be that stickler who's like, well, so yeah, just because of the fact that Oppenheimer is 3 hours long, I'm not gonna rewatch that as much as I am, and it's an extremely heavy watch. I don't finish that movie and I'm like, I feel refreshed. Like, nah, man, I watched
Really,
that
you
movie
don't have
and I'm
like this is cinema. This is the
well, of
masterpiece.
course, on some level, I am like,
Nolan.
this is such an artistic, like, incredible. But you know, I feel movies too, and like, the story of Oppenheimer himself is like just insane. You know,
It's not an everyday consumption.
it's not exactly. It's not like other Nolan movies I can watch, like Tenet and Interstellar, whatever. Those I can watch over and over again and just be like, this is thrilling as fuck. But Oppenheimer, I finished that and I'm like, I need a minute. I need to step outside and touch the grass and like
No, that's
take a deep
exactly how I
breath and
felt.
stare at a pond while the raindrops fall on it. And I thought, nah, yeah, so that's it, man.
I may never rewatch it again.
Really? Yeah, I wouldn't go that far.
I don't know. So every time I think about
Again, I question your taste.
Huh?
Again, I question your taste.
Well, whatever.
So, my ranking isn't very concrete. It's more of like what got an emotional response from me. Because, again, none of these surpassed my top 3 last year. And my list, you can mix and move some of these. So, they're not really concrete. I guess maybe the first 2. But I will say a lot of endings this year kind of let me down. I feel like a lot of films even fumbled at the end.
That's ironic you say that since you liked Joker too.
Oh my god, terrible.
Well, actually, because we've all seen Conclave, did you feel like the ending was a little too quick? They resolved it too quick?
Like the reveal, the twist?
No, it just ended a little fast. Like I thought there would be more, and it felt like it just abruptly
No,
ended.
because the whole point of the movie, I mean, once the Pope has been elected, the movie served its purpose, done. I mean, what's more to do after that?
Okay.
The whole point of the movie was that these people are isolated in the Vatican. There's a very key moment in Conclave, like when they're going back to the voting room, for lack of a better phrase, after that bomb, and like there's a heavy, like a long lingering take on the fact that like for the first time since they've been in like enclosed in the halls of the Vatican, outside air is coming in and they can feel it, and they can like I think the whole point of the movie like, is a heavy emphasis on the fact that they're isolated and like contact with the outside world.
They're like picking something that affects the whole world,
exactly them,
but they're doing it while being isolated.
To once it was over, yeah. Like
It's
once.
true. Yeah, and similar to 12 Angry Men, isolated.
Yeah, 12 Angry Men ends, right? Well, I mean, you know.
That's actually my number 7 pick, but I'm not going to go through I have 12 technically, but I'll just mention my number 6 honorable mention because my tied for favorite actress of all time is in it, Kate Winslet. She was perfect in that role. It's very much the epitome of the type of character she takes on. I felt like the ending was a little too quick. I was waiting for a little bit more. Actually, Josh O'Connor is in it from Challengers and La Chimera. So
What a year for Josh O'Connor.
yeah, he really breakthrough year for him. It was very good throughout. It's just the ending. I wish her Oscar campaign was getting a little bit more buzz. I do feel like she deserves a nomination, but yeah, she was as tremendous as always. She just takes on these just perfect roles and just the perfect character for her to play. And a really interesting story.
I watched that recently too, and like it's funny because Josh O'Connor is like the interviewer in that movie, and then Mike Face, the other actor from Challengers in the Bike Riders, he was also playing like an interviewer.
Oh, that's right. He was.
Oh.
Interviewer roles, yeah.
And also, I wonder if there's a connection between Lee, because she was like the war photographer, and like the character in Civil War is also Lee, right?
Yeah, so they talk. Yeah, they mention it because that was like her hero.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it was like, oh, your name's Lee, her name's Lee. Yeah.
So Lee is based on a real.
Yeah.
That makes your comparison even funnier because in the Bike Riders is a real.
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy.
So you're the only one who's seen Lee here?
Yeah, I mean,
I haven't seen it. No.
I mainly watched it because of all the buzz of like her being in it. And yeah, she was awesome.
She was excellent. She's such a tremendous actress. She's my tied for favorite since I was young when I first became a fan of hers. But number 5, Anora. I do feel like I would benefit from a rewatch because the more I think about the film, the more I enjoy it and what it accomplished of the seamless different genres, I guess, of the 3 acts. It was really effortless in how they played with pacing. So I think I would benefit from a rewatch. A lot of people really love that film. I think most of you guys picked it as your
I love
top
it. It
five.
was like my list has went through so many iterations since it's been formed in Anora for a brief period of time was like 3 or 4.
Wow.
But then I just saw a better movie. Yeah.
But may I ask, is this a Wolf of Wall Street situation with guys?
In what way?
Overhyped because of the portrayal of women.
No, I
No?
like this movie for like nah.
Okay.
I mean,
It's not
maybe
making
it
that
is for
much
some
money,
people.
you know.
Okay.
My friend did initially want to see it just because of the way Mikey Madison is,
Right.
portrayed. But like, and honestly, after that first act, you don't see her naked ever again. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it quickly kind of it loses
The
its
fantasy in the beginning, and then it's
Exactly,
reality.
The
Yeah.
first act is all yeah,
And
it's
it
a good
goes
way to
downhill.
describe it. Yeah.
Yeah. I knew they couldn't keep up with this pacing for the first like 30 minutes or so. I was like, this is going way too fast. And they brought it back down to reality in that house and that great very long scene, but it was
Very long.
it was a long scene, but it doesn't,
One take. Shit.
I mean, it feels long, especially compared to how fast the film was going ahead of it. So maybe that's also why it felt long, but
Well, Sean, you're talking about the scene where like pretty much the plot kicks in and the Russians come and
yeah.
I remember reading something like Sean Baker's was talking about how like to kind of what your point, that scene is right after they get married and he wanted to kind of bring the movie like back down to this like real time like human explorative thing that most of the other movies are known for. He's like, yeah, I wanted to kind of immediately be like, all right, the Cinderella part's over. Like here's they got married, they had their honeymoon, whatever, and that's it. It's over. Like here's the story now. Here's the true nature of all this. I do think Anora's like. Have you seen like all his other movies or most of his other movies?
I still haven't watched The Florida Project,
Yeah,
but
that's the
I've
only
seen
one I've seen.
Tangerine.
Red Rocket?
No.
No, okay. There's a lot of Red Rocket in Anora in the
Interesting.
best ways.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, I've seen online people say it gets better with a rewatch, so
It did
I do
for
hope
me.
to rewatch the film and maybe it'll go higher up on my list. Number 4, My Old Ass with Aubrey Plaza.
Hmm.
Did anyone see it here?
I saw it.
You did?
Yeah.
Did you like the similarities to Arrival? Because I
That's
appreciate
interesting you bring that up. Because of those because of the Arrival thoughts it gave me, I didn't like it as much.
Interesting.
Because like I don't want to sound I watched My Old Ass and like saw what it was going for, and I just personally feel like a lot of what it was going for should have been in a better movie. I didn't really I think the acting was fine, but a lot of the direction felt a little bit anonymous. The cinema, it just felt like they had the concept and had the actors to pull it off and were just like, okay, go for it. Like it didn't, because naturally, if you're going to make me think about Arrival, I mean, that's just one of the greats. So like,
it is a tough comparison to Arrival, of
Yeah.
course. That's a Villeneuve masterpiece. But that sentiment at the end was really powerful, and especially when you're building to that, all this mystery about Chad and
it was, but that is like, I just personally didn't find the movie to be as profound as I think it thinks it is, if that makes sense.
yeah, it makes
I
sense.
was like, okay, like, because the ending was good. I do think the ending was good, but everything, I just didn't feel like the events leading up to the ending built enough, like scaled enough in like drama to make that ending as hard hitting as it could have been.
Okay,
Personally,
I respect that. It made me emotional towards the end. I mean, it did recall Arrival, and it explored interesting concepts of like Maisie Stella's character. Maybe she wasn't gay after all. Like you never really see that flip.
yeah, I've never seen a movie where there's a straight awakening.
Yeah,
You know,
Right.
Kind of funny, but
you don't see that in films, and I thought that was interesting. I mean, I went into it thinking it would be similar to The Trip, and the whole film was going to be focused on this LSD trip. I was very wrong. The trip lasted maybe the first 10, 15 minutes.
and that's the thing. I wish it would have like stuck to its guns a bit more. Like the movie had, outside of the trip scenes and the dynamic between Aubrey Plaza and what's
Maisie Stella.
outside of that dynamic, there just wasn't much to the movie. Like every time it would cut away from that, which was pretty often, I'm just like, okay, I mean, this just seems so anonymous of a movie until we get to like the good stuff, which is like you said, the first act and the end, pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, the Justin Bieber thing was a little off for me, but
Yeah.
the Saoirse Ronan bit,
Yes,
So
actually.
I've seen the.
Yes, the wall, with the room.
was so funny.
I would.
Laughing in that theater.
No,
Oh
it
my
was- it was
gosh.
funny.
That was good, but Yeah, it drove an emotional response for me, and it was very interesting, very different, as we talked about the concepts that it shows, and I enjoyed it.
I mean, if it was a short film,
Mm.
I think it would have been incredible, like honestly really good.
Yeah.
I think if we had the first act and we just literally cut out everything in the middle and just get the ending punch in to immediately pay. That's the thing, the momentum, like the first act had me. I was like, yo, this is actually going to be good. And then it gradually started to just peter out, however you say it. And then the ending was like, oh, but we're back. I was like, not enough.
Interesting. Okay. While I do think Maisie Stella was very good, I could have seen Renee Rapp in that role. I think she would have really like embodied that role. I think that would have been fun to see her in Aubrey Plaza. But good film, again, number 4 on my list. Number 3, A Real Pain.
Ooh,
I didn't get to see that one yet.
It was really, I mean, I do feel like, I think if you're Jewish, I think you can especially relate to it on a deeper level.
You're Jewish?
No, I'm not.
Oh.
I'm saying those who are Jewish, I think, would relate on a deeper level to it and affect it more deeply. But there were some bits that had me laughing and some moments that really affected me emotionally. I mean, just some shots that really affect me. And I really was interested in, I mean, Kieran Culkin's character, really, the clips I would see, he was just hilarious. And himself in interviews, I haven't seen him in much, but I get a kick out of him. He's so funny. But the reinvention of the road film was especially part of what drew me, because I love Easy Rider. But it has similars in terms of the roots, but it goes away from it like so quick that it's so different. And I had a really great movie theater viewing experience. The theater was packed. I went at night.
Was packed, right, Adolfo?
Yeah.
We saw it was pretty packed.
Well, it was packed because Wicked and Gladiator 2 were in there.
Oh, yeah.
I snuck into this little theater in the back where no one else was there, and I was by myself at night. I always get skeptical going at night by myself.
Oh, your showing was packed? Wasn't packed?
No, it was nearly
saw it.
empty.
Our showing was packed.
Ah, well, I saw the last showing in Cinemark because of Wicked, Moana 2, Gladiator 2.
The Wicked.
Yeah, Wicked. The attempted Wicked, whatever.
Yeah.
The attempt, honestly, yeah.
But I went past that crowd, and I was like,
see ya.
And it was empty, and it was wonderful. Oh, I love that. But I really enjoyed it. Some really emotional moments. There were some parts that I could see myself in Jesse Eisenberg's character. Sometimes I saw myself in Kieran Culkin's character. But I'm not a big Woody Allen fan, and Jesse Eisenberg's character was very Woody Allen-esque. So at some points I was like, I can't. But it was emotional, and it was impactful, and it was good.
So do you think he wrote, directed, and starred in that movie? And he's been a writer, director, actor for like a minute now. What do you think like he's best at? In A Real Pain, do you think the acting was best, the writing was best, or the directing was best?
I personally am not that big of a fan of him.
Oh, in general. Okay.
I haven't seen much where I'm like, oh, I get it. I mean, The Social Network was, of course, very good. That's Fincher. But there's not too much I enjoy of his work, I guess. I haven't seen too much of his work.
Because I was talking with Adolfo about this like before. Well, like I enjoyed A Real Pain a lot. Like it's definitely one of the stronger movies of this year, even if it's not on my list. But I did find myself thinking that if he just took off one of those hats, it might be a bit. Because, when I like in the films that I make, like I would always like write and direct them and be in them also. And of course, my shit is on such a smaller scale than an actual Hollywood production. So I can only imagine like wearing that many hats and having to rotate between being in the shot that you wrote and then directing the shot.
Yeah.
I almost wonder if he's just putting a bit too much on himself, because like I think the writing was great and I think the acting was good, but I think the directing was a little bit like the only thing holding it back from being like great in my eyes. I was like,
interesting.
I think that like in a few movies from now, he might have his own distinct style as a director, but I wonder if he might get to that point sooner if maybe he backs off on like acting, writing, and directing in one movie is crazy. Like I respect that massively, and that's kind of why I wanted to be like, damn, dude, like take off one of those hats, you'll get so much better. But I mean, that's just like what I thought.
That's a good point.
I thought it was an awesome movie still.
All right, so that's number 3. Number 2, Maria.
Okay.
None of you have seen it.
I saw it came out on Netflix, and I do want to watch.
So,
Maria.
There's no explanation in this amount of time to go through my love and appreciation for Angelina Jolie. She is my everything icon. She is one of my favorite actresses. And when I became a fan of her several years ago, there was a point where she may not act again. She might want to be behind the camera. She wasn't really interested. She was doing more humanitarian work. So I am so thrilled that she is back in the best film she's been in over 10 years. And she's in a film highlighting her incredible acting skills. She's such a phenomenal actress, and Girl Interrupted blew me away the first time. That's how I became a fan of hers. And Changeling is so gravely underrated. And I am so thrilled she is in a film where her dramatic talents are highlighted and she is front and center, and it's her throughout the whole film. She was tremendous. It's a very emotional film. You finish it, and if you've ever had depression, you know that the sadness behind your eyes, that like heavy feeling, you're left with that. Angelina has said in interviews, it feels like an opera, and it does. It feels like an opera. It's immense, and it's an overload emotional film, and I don't know how much I can say because you guys haven't seen it, but I was so excited to see it. I'm devastated it wasn't playing in theaters around here because that is a film you need to see on the big screen. You want to hear that music so loud. You want to see her on the big screen, and I've been in the middle of writing an analysis for it. I think that will be better for me to describe it through an analysis, and I also want to see it again. But I'm just so happy she's back. I've been waiting for this moment for years, so this is really incredible to see her potentially getting the Oscar. Everyone's saying that she's going to take the Oscar, so I can't wait to see that. I'm so hopeful, and when we're back doing the Oscar special, you're going to see me rooting even harder.
That shit.
Yes, you will by then. It's you too, Cole.
No.
Yes, you will.
Have you seen I forgot this director's name, but his other films like Spat?
Pablo Larraín, yeah. Jackie was the first one, then Spencer, and then Maria. That's part of why when it was announced that she was in this film, I was incredibly excited because the color palettes of his films are so stunning, and the way he captures women on screen. Like, as a Kristen Stewart fan, seeing Spencer, I'd shed a tear because I'm like, oh, she's proving everyone wrong now. She's showing everyone she can actually act. Jackie, from the instant Natalie Portman came on screen, she transformed. And wow, that was not Natalie Portman. So when it was announced that Angelina was going to be in this third one of Pablo Larraín, I was so excited. I was so in, and it didn't let me down. I do think the film, similarly to Girl Interrupted, where Angelina is better than the film. Like, her performance stands out higher than the film as a whole does. The same thing happened with Maria.
Okay.
But we're watching it for our Oscar special.
I will.
As
If
we're watching
it's there, I'll watch it.
My first pick, I'm scared to say because I'm afraid of losing credibility, but I will defend this film, Joker Folie Deux.
As your number 2?
Number 1.
Did we skip number 2?
Number 2 is Maria.
What was number 3?
A Real Pain.
What was number 4?
My old ass.
Oh my god, bro. Number 5.
You weren't listening. You were just chewing
No, I
on
was
the...
listening.
No, you weren't.
Miscounted.
Joker Folie Deux is
Sucks.
severely misunderstood.
Sucks.
No, it does not. It is...
Sucks.
There's a small group of people who understand the film for what it is, and I can even pull up my notes for the film.
I have some notes from the film, too.
I understand this film. I get it, and I don't know why people don't. I think it is incredible as from an analytical perspective as a character. This, again, kid in a candy store, like trying to understand this character has been so exciting. And the biggest complaint about this film is that it's boring. And that's what you told me when we texted about it a few months ago. And I don't understand. If anyone here does not like Joker Folie Deux, please explain why.
Because it sucks.
What a great explanation. What a detailed explanation. I seriously, when you hear lines like, this book will be worth a fortune once he's put through the fryer, does your heart not sink when you hear that?
Not really.
No. Okay, so that's part of it. People are not connecting. They're not going, I wish
I would counter with like...
Bring it up. Let's go, Sammy. Team Sammy.
Of course, your team Sammy.
Well, I like saw what the movie. I get the movie too. I don't have a front and back page of notes about the movie.
I get the movie too.
I get it too, and my personal belief is that this movie, like, doubled down on catering to a specific audience that it should not have bothered acknowledging their presence. This movie catered to the audience that took the first movie and idolized Joker. Ignore them. Like, this movie was sought out to play damage control when it did not need to. I don't think everyone idolizes Walter White in Breaking Bad, but you didn't see them make a show like just completely undoing that. I don't know. I don't really think that, like, if you misunderstood the first Joker movie and for some reason idolized him and sympathized with him, and you should not be, not you. I don't really feel like that kind of audience deserved an entire sequel that was custom hand tailor made to shut them up. Because as a fan of the first movie, I wanted more of that. Like, I wanted a Joker movie. I think Joker 2 is like a really well made movie. It is beautiful to look at. Like, I think the shots are like incredible. I think I'm the only person in the world who like actually likes the musical aspect of it. Like, it's a natural extension off the themes that music played in the first movie. Everything about the movie works except when you put the name Joker on it. I think this movie was an independent character study about a guy named Arthur, and it had nothing to do with Joker whatsoever. I'd be like, this is a phenomenal movie. But as a fan of the first Joker who wanted a continuation of a Joker story, this movie just kind of spit in my face. I was like, because I saw exactly what it was going for. And I was like, why are we doing this? Why do you need to address a group of people who should just be ignored? It's like giving the bully attention. Ignore the damn bully, man. Make another good Joker movie, and those of us with half a brain who understand that we can like the movie without idolizing the character, shit could have been so good. But I agree that there are lines like, for what it set out to do, it knocked it out of the park. It killed it. And I do want to rewatch the movie, but it just really, really let me down because I was one of the only defenders of it leading up to the movie. Everyone was like, why is a sequel happening? And I was like, wait a minute. This musical shared delusion fantasy shot in IMAX, this could be really amazing. Like, I was really, really rooting for this movie from the start, and I just personally felt betrayed by it.
Yeah. My question is, what was the point of the movie? Of, like, in the bigger picture of the story?
The point of the movie is like we idolize these mentally ill, like.
Well, no, I get that part. I get like maybe I use it like, what is the story of the movie? I get what the point of the movie is, but the movie didn't really have a story, and the story that they tried to tell didn't connect to really the first movie. Like, the first movie was a slow burn, and then it had a peak.
This one was the story of this one is like Arthur Fleck, like what they're getting at is like he never really actually was the Joker. It's just the fact that everyone told him he was the Joker, and so he became the Joker.
Yeah.
So he's not actually.
And that's just kind of,
which I think
silly.
The first Joker movie, like at the end of that movie, when he is painting that bloody smile, like, you know exactly what scene I'm talking about. And on the hood of the car, painting that bloody smile with like the music, that is like one of the best moments in any movie I've ever seen. And Folie just.
Yeah, well, the whole first movie sets up him to be the Joker, and it's a slow burn, and you hit this peak, and then he's the Joker at the end of the first movie, right? And then the second movie should have built off of.
The second movie starts and everything's undone.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, that's exactly. I was like, what? So what was the point of the first movie? And the point of the second movie was just to undo the first movie and then come up with a whole completely different story, so that they could do a music.
And like escape from the cops at the end of the first movie.
Yeah.
Like in the cop car, and then they break him out, and then the second movie starts like, oh, well, they still got him.
Yeah. It was like, what's the point? Like, it didn't, like, nothing happened in the movie. Like, nothing interesting happened in the movie.
I'm not even upset at the fact that we're all talking about this shit.
Yeah.
I'm not even upset at the fact he died at the end of the movie. I really am not. Like,
Why is everyone making such a big deal about that?
well, yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. Like, I don't mind if he died, but
It makes
why
sense.
couldn't
It's
he
so
have,
sad.
well, why
It
couldn't
just
he have
adds
gone
to
out
sadness.
like being the Joker? The Joker isn't in this movie at all.
The point of the, like, making
nope.
two movies called The Joker, where he's the main character, though, is that the guy is the Joker. You know what I mean?
Not the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
he's not. Aside from painting his face for being in court, there is not a single moment in this movie where he is the Joker.
Yeah.
Only in the musical fantasy delusions that are taking place in his head and in the courtroom where he's on trial. There is no moment in here where
And
he's
the
the
peop-
Joker.
the reason
Sorry, you want to
people are
say something? Oh, I want to hear.
Well, I want to answer your question first about why people are upset, and then you can go. People are upset that he got killed because we watched 2 movies where you're saying this guy's the Joker, and then the end of the second movie, which wasn't that good of a movie anyways, then you're like, oh, he wasn't even the Joker, like this other, like, that's like a dumb idea. I don't know any other way to put it. It's like, what was the point of coming to this? Like, you put Joker in the title so people will come to the movie, and like, you did a movie that had nothing to do with the Joker.
Take the Joker title off of there. Take
Yeah,
the
make
face paint
another.
off of him. Just call
If
the
you want to
movie
make a
Folie,
shitty
and it would have been amazing.
law musical about an insane man, do that. But like, this is like a known character with like a built-in, like, there's a fan base, there's a universe that this character is in. People want to see that movie. Like
Harley Quinn's gonna be in that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, don't make, like, he made a like shitty art film and he got upset that like people wanted a Joker movie. You know, it's like, it wasn't that good of a movie, but also not just that it wasn't that good of a movie, you took a like character that people liked watching and you just like wasted it. So
The crowd that is rooting for him in the courtroom, those are the enablers. Lee is an enabler. She likes Joker. She doesn't like Arthur. And in the beginning of the film, the stunning silence that we're just following, the first time you watch this film, you are on edge. What is going to happen? What is he going to do? Is he going to snap? And it's just, he's sad. He's not disabled. It's like he's been turned off. Like the Joker.
Deactivated.
Yes, he's exactly. That's the word I have in my notes somewhere. He's deactivated. And it's when the music comes in where he's slowly, increasingly, and then Lee comes in. She only likes him because of Joker, not Arthur.
Yeah.
That's also what is so sad. It's like he's been wanting to be loved by someone. I mean, that whole scene in the courtroom when Zazie Beetz' character comes back and she is talking about the made-up relationship. Again, he just wants to be loved. And then we learn through that scene that his mother, what she was saying about him. This film could not break your heart any more. And if you're not understanding that on an emotional level, then those are the people who do not understand the film. Because this film, I wish I remembered what you said that I was really interested in, but I'm on 3 hours of sleep. My brain is like off.
Here,
I agree with everything. I agree with everything you're bringing up, but
I disagree a little bit.
Why was the Joker, like everything you just said? I 100% agree. But what does any of that have to do with Joker? You could have just made this. Take the exact same script and just make it an independent character study about some guy, not the Joker.
In the first film, he's uplifted to being the Joker. He has this whole army, essentially, a whole crowd of fans who love him as the Joker. That's not who he is. And we're through the arc of that film, we're not seeing this other side, which is really interesting of what happens after and how he's had no one to sort of activate him. He's been just sad. He's been sitting in this jail. He's been miserable. And then the music comes in. Oh, someone loves me. He thinks that someone genuinely loves him. That's not the case. She lies to him, first of all, and she gives him all these ideas, and he seems so happy, and he's going to this dream where this shadow self of him, which is Joker, but that's not actually him. He's Arthur. So to me, it made sense towards the end when he's realized there's no Joker, because that's the fantasy, that's the shadow of him. That's not him. And I don't understand why people are so mad about that. Like, I don't get it. I went into this film scared because I love the first film so much. It's in my top 10 of all time. So when everyone's like, oh, this film ruined the first film, you can't.
No, if anything, it makes the first movie better. Because this one
the first film still is the best. There's no arguing there. But I give this film a 7.8 to put a number on it. But put Joker like in the 9s, 10s, whatever.
I don't think the reception to this movie is as black and white as you're making it out. I don't think it's like people either understood what was going on and loved it or didn't understand what was going on and hated it. I think there's like a very
I understood
substantial
it.
group of
I didn't
people
like
who
it.
understood
I don't know if you
everything
understood it, Cole.
No, I understand
You're not.
The whole first movie is about empathizing with him for being sad. And then, like you said, he gets uplifted and then he kills the guy. And that brings him up. That was the whole first movie. So why is like the whole second movie starting back at square one from his character like that doesn't make any sense for his development.
The first one, I feel like a lot of what the second one was going for, I feel was explored in the first one also to much better results. In the first one, no one gave a fuck about him until he became Joker. Yeah, I get that. It explored. He's triumphant at the end of the first movie because he's the Joker and just killed Murray on live TV. Before that, if no one cared about him, of course. And the second one, like, of course, has great moments. Like, I just maintain that, like, I think you can understand this movie and like admire it for what it's going for, but also be personally let down that this is the sequel we got. It's a great movie. I just don't think it's a good sequel. That's all.
There's so much that is shared between these two movies that the basis of it is so similar. I mean, the ambiguity surrounding his condition. There's a whole court case focused on it, yet we still don't know. And we're not meant to know. Like the first film, when Joaquin was promoting it, he talked about the differentiation between what's real and what's not. And the way it's presented, it's not like Inception where we're going to find out the results. We're just not going to know. It's not clear. And in this film, over the course of the film, it increasingly becomes clear when he's dreaming and when he's not. The differentiation between dreams versus reality, fantasy versus reality, which actually, there are some similarities in this way to Maria and Joker Folie do, because there is a resorting back to fantasy versus reality, which is fascinating, and I'll dive into hopefully through a written analysis. But gosh, my brain is like off. I'm like, it's off 3 hours of sleep.
I think it just comes down to the fact that the story, the actual, like you can have a good message, but if your story is not good and doesn't make people want to watch it, then nobody cares about your message, you know? And that's basically what it was. The story didn't move the character forward. From the first film to the second film, there's not a character arc there. You know what I mean? It's not a major change. And it's not an interesting character arc, maybe I should say. Maybe there's a change, as you say, but it's not interesting. It's not worth a movie, you know? Like, I go to the movie to see a story, but there's not a story. I mean, it was a boring story where not a lot really happened. Maybe character development happened, but like the way they developed the character was not interesting.
It's crazy now it's longer than the first one.
Yeah.
Like the first one more.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The first one has like an escalation.
You know, the first one is acceptable to be a slow burn because you're setting up the character, you're setting up the world, you're building. But the second movie, like, all right, you did a great job. You told a great story in the first movie. Now what happens to this character? And it's like, oh, he goes to jail and he goes to court and he has a jail girlfriend, but she doesn't really like him. And it's like, it's kind of lame. You know what I mean? Like, I get what you're saying about like, oh, this is sad and stuff, but it's like the first movie, he was sad. It's a sad movie. And then the change happens. So things are supposed to be different. So the second movie is supposed to build off where he was. And instead, like he said, it undid what the first movie did. So it's like, then you're starting all over again with his character. And especially with a character like the Joker is like a gangster criminal. You know what I mean? It's not like he's not Norman Bates. You know, he's a criminal. He's a supervillain. Or not a supervillain, but he's a villain in a Batman movie. Yeah, he's a comic book villain. You know, it's not like you don't want a courtroom drama about a comic book villain. And if you do, like, there's got to be a lot of action going on around this court case. There's not action happening in this movie, right? There's not like major fight scenes. And there's not someone for him to battle against. Like, his antagonist in the film is kind of Harley Quinn, right? And society, I guess. But this is not an interesting film that people like. I get what you're saying, like, about the mental health film, but it's just like was not told in an interesting way. And you got a character that is interesting, and the story is just not interesting. So you've got this great character, you've got all this IP. You can tell that story about the mental health, but like I said, if you don't tell it in an interesting way, nobody cares about the like messaging in the arc because it's not interesting. And that's why people are upset, is because first movie was great, you move the character forward and you have this like the ending of Joker 2 is fantastic and you build up to this fantastic climax in the film. In the second movie, it's just like it's such a letdown with how things, almost with a sequel, like you build up to the climax in the first movie. The sequel's got to start at where like kind of the climax, like where the end of the first film left you at the top, and you got to keep going up. In this film, it just like went all the way back to the beginning of the first film in terms of a story arc and a character arc, and like that's not gonna work.
That's the complexity of the character, depending on the environment and what's enabling him around him. He's been isolated from that group that's been, yes, Joker, we love Joker, that's supporting him. He's been isolated from that. And from what you're describing, I saw this post that it's people went into Joker Folie Deux expecting a superhero movie and they got an art film. And while I disagree that I wouldn't call it an art film necessarily, but if there's a scale, I wouldn't put it so far towards the superhero genre, which is what you're describing. You're describing this ideal of what the character is, but that's not what Arthur Fleck is. This is different. This is, I don't know if people are seeing him for the character. Like, this is a fascinating character, and the fact that we're back to, I wouldn't even call it back to square one. He's just been deactivated, and he's going to be activated again through Lee and through this crowd that's cheering him on.
Yeah, but he really didn't get activated, though, you know?
Yes, he did.
Not in an interesting way. So if he became
until he realized that even she only loves him for Joker.
Yeah, but it wasn't interesting though. You know what I mean?
It
like
was interesting.
When he got activated in the first film, he like went on the thing and killed the guy and started a big rampage. But the second film wasn't like, hey, like nothing happened when he got activated. He's in jail. Like he's not really doing anything. You know what I mean? There's like a lot of exposition and a lot of like character or whatever, but there's not anything legitimately like interesting happening. You know what I mean? Like it's a courtroom drama is what the film is. I get it's not a superhero film. It's like it's supposed to be something more than that, but also like it's not like a very interesting courtroom drama. You know what I mean? It's not like it's not interesting to the general audience. Like I can see, I mean, you can like the film. Nothing wrong with you liking the film, but people want to be interested in films. General audiences want to be interested, and it just kind of wasn't
interested in it. I just don't.
I don't know. I don't know.
The Joker was a thing. I don't know. I think it's like the first thing. I just don't think that this movie should have. Todd Phillips bent over backwards to address a crowd that he just should have left alone. Because I think so much of what this movie goes for also, like I said, it was explored better in the first movie, and those of us who watched the first movie and understood it for everything it was and not just glorified Joker for some reason, like, you watch the first movie and you already understand the fact that no one cares about Arthur, they only care about Joker. It's just more, I wouldn't even say it's subtle in the first movie, but it's definitely more of an undercurrent than it is. In the second one, it is the main plot point. In the first one, it's something that you can infer by watching it. And so I just felt while watching Joker 2, I was like, this movie was not made for me. This movie was made for the people who live in mom's basement and watch the Joker and said, wow, that guy's my hero. That's who this movie was made for, to beat him over the head with the idea that, no, actually, you were wrong for liking the first movie. But what about those of us? And I don't think I'm that much of I think there's a big group of people who watched the first movie, loved it while understanding you're not supposed to idolize Joker, who felt slapped in the face by the second one. It's like all these, does Call of Duty make kids violent? No, I mean, it just depends how you like perceive things. And Joker's far from the first character in movies to like some people idolize and some people don't. I mean, imagine if every single movie
Tyler Durden.
That's what I'm saying. So imagine if they made a Fight Club 2 just completely beating you over the head with the fact that actually you're not supposed to idolize him. We know that already. I know I'm not supposed to idolize Joker, so don't spend
doing a courtroom drama about if Tyler Durden
real like exactly. I just it's just frustrating because I want to like the movie and there's so much about. I literally like everything about the movie except that it's a Joker sequel. That is the only. You said what, superhero art house? Just make the art house film. Leave Joker's name out of it. Make this your art movie.
Well, people are attaching it so heavily to the superhero genre because it says Joker, but look at it for what it is. Just discard that. Talk about the character study of Arthur. This is a fascinating character. No wonder they wanted to go back to this character. This was his first sequel, so for him to say yes, like, the story has been said about how he had this dream about the music, and
and I get that. The major directions this movie chose to go, like I said, I don't even care that he died at the end, but like, couldn't this movie have been like him and Harley Quinn breaking out of building that damn mountain that they keep? How many times with Harley Quinn, we're gonna build a mountain, we're gonna build a mountain? Show me the damn mountain, man. Why are you so reluctant? it's as if they were scared to give us Joker action because they were afraid, like, guys, if we put an action scene in this movie, people are going to idolize Joker again. We can't do this, guys. We can't do that. Just give it to us and trust the audience to interpret the character the way that we are supposed to. I mean, imagine if The Dark Knight Rises instead was just like a freaking deconstruction of Heath Ledger's Joker. You're actually not supposed to idolize him. Really. I don't need to be told that, man.
Don't bring Nolan and Heath into
Well, I'm just saying, man, like, I just felt personally insulted by Joker 2. I did not think a sequel was ever necessary in the first place. When it was announced, I was skeptical and then learned about the musical, and I was like, wait a minute, no, this is going to be good. And then it came out just to teach me a lesson that I didn't need to be taught.
No, I remember like telling Sarah after I saw the movie,
I will rewatch it, by the way. Like, I am going to rewatch it.
I've seen it twice. I brought my notes to watching it in the theater.
Like,
and
now that I know what to expect,
I enjoyed the
will
musical
rewatch it.
aspects more than the first time, because at first I felt like, okay, maybe there's a slight disconnect here. But then when I watched it again, it makes sense. And I've been meaning to watch the first one again so I can really see the connection. But the musical connection is there, and it's subtle enough where it makes a good connection to the second film and emphasize it. So
I rewatched the first one shortly after watching the second one.
This hurts.
It does kind of hurt because, again, like, what the second one was trying to teach, I already saw it in the first. I came away from the rewatch of the first one, and I was like, yeah, I get it. No one cares about Arthur. They care about Joker, except this time it's presented in a... If you're going to use the name Joker, if you're going to take a comic book character and use their name in your movie, yeah, you can take whatever liberties you want. I agree with that. But you do have to respect the name of the character you're taking to some degree. Folie just took Joker's name and put it on a movie without respecting Joker as a character. The first movie is like Taxi Driver and King of Comedy, pretty much like repackaged. It's like this crime movie almost, but it respects Joker's name and gave us Joker adjacent themes and action and this in that movie. The second one just kind of didn't do that, in my opinion.
It's also the fact that he killed somebody, you know? He killed somebody in the first movie. And from a psychological standpoint, that completely changes a person, right? I mean,
And he was going to kill himself when he went up there, too.
Yeah.
At some point, he decided to kill Murray instead.
Yeah. And so it's like, we see this sudden psychological break in the first movie. Then that's setting up something different in the second movie. And what we got was more of the same. And really of him, like, there's no reason for him to be deactivated. You know what I mean? Like, once you kill somebody, like, there's logically as a story... You've crossed that threshold, and there's not going back after you kill somebody. And so the film set up like his rise to the Joker, his descent into madness, basically, was what the first film was. You know what I mean? So it becomes the Joker. That's what the first film is about. Now you've set that up in the first film. The second film has to be about him being the Joker, right? That's what they set up. Yes, because the movie's called The Joker. You can't just like decide in the sequel, oh, he's not really the Joker. We've called both films The Joker. We set him up to be the Joker. We did all this. But actually, he's not the Joker. Like, people are going to be upset about that. That's not like... You set up the potential for a really interesting, good sequel, right? But that we didn't get that. And that's what people are upset about. So, I mean, sure, they did the things you said they were going to do. Like, you said that they did. But that's not what they set up with the first one. So that's why the second one is such a letdown. Because they turned him into the Joker in the first one in every way. He killed somebody. He became a criminal. He became this crazy person, this martyr who's going to lead these kind of social movement or whatever. So the second film should have been about him being the leader and being this martyr that he already is. And like, we didn't get that at all. So I think that's this. Go ahead.
We're really good.
The Joker tangent.
I know, we have about 15 minutes left.
It's a good discussion.
I don't know if you want to...
It's a great discussion because it is a complex film. That's why I'm so... It is complex. Look at us talking about the complexity of the film.
I do agree that it's complex. I don't dislike the movie.
I still like the movies. Like, I still think it's overhated.
Yes, I do agree. Because I think the hate is just clouding like what's genuinely good about it. You can't deny that it's like a well-made movie. But I just think that by the end of the first movie, even Arthur himself, came to the realization that, oh, they don't really, he was invited on his dream show, the Murray Franklin show, because from the way he saw it, Murray loved his stand-up bit and wanted him on the show. He's like, wow, people actually love me, Arthur. People love me, comedian Arthur. And he was going to go on the show and kill himself at some point. That's why I love rewatching that first movie, because I love trying to pinpoint what is the exact moment he decided, I'm not going to kill myself, I'm going to kill Murray. And I think it's when he was watching from behind the curtains and listening to Murray continue to make fun of him as Arthur. And I think in that moment, he realized, like, damn, like, no matter what, people aren't going to love me. So maybe I should just fucking embrace it and become the fucking Joker, kill Murray, and take off from there. He understood that in that moment.
Yep. And then he backtracked on it in the second movie.
To play damage control to the little incels who worship the Joker.
And really, the way they could have done it is you have him start at this martyr and let it be his downfall. Really, like, to do the thing you're saying. That was what the movie should have been.
Do you remember the moment I'm talking about in the first movie?
What, when he's watching the show and
from behind the curtains and he's just smoking that cigarette and you can see it on his face. Like, after, I think it's either after or before he's dancing. No, before they call him out. He's listening to Murray make fun of him and just, like, you see it on his face. Like, I genuinely feel in that moment, he was like, I was going to kill myself, but now I truly see that people will never actually love me. So I'm just going to fucking embrace it. Such a triumphant moment.
He's right. All right, do you want to switch gears a little bit before we run out of time on the...
There's a lot of topics we're not going to get to. I mean, I was going to mention the box office hits and such, but cut for time. I did poll all the Film Things community. Well, the ones who answered, Anora and Challengers tied for 3 votes each of the favorite.
Wow.
Other picks include, as the favorite film, Argyle, Deadpool.
What? People picked that. How many votes did that get?
1.
Ah, nice.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
I didn't see it.
Dune Part 2.
Let's go.
It Ends With Us. The Substance.
It Ends With Us. Wow. I didn't see that one.
Shout out to one of my closest friends, Caitlin. She picked that. She read the book and she enjoyed the film.
I heard people liked it.
We Live in Time.
Okay.
We Live in Time.
We Live in Time was on my top 10. I just felt like another ending. I could have used a scene or two in between one scene and then the last scene. So I appreciated the non-linearity of it, but...
Did you guys like Gladiator? We didn't get any Gladiator or Wicked.
Speaking
I've
of...
wanted to watch that, but I just haven't.
That is Christopher Nolan's favorite film of the year, Gladiator 2. Yeah, that's what apparently I saw online today. Yeah.
Nah, man. Bro fell off.
You liked
Don't
it?
speak ill of Nolan.
Nolan fell off.
Don't speak ill of Sir Christopher Nolan.
In terms of, like, blockbuster movies to, like, go watch, it's fine.
Yeah, it was fine. I got mad at some of the plot points.
I still think the first one has way more heart.
Much better.
I just
This one
see,
doesn't make
like,
any
the baboon
sense.
CGI, and they look like zombies.
I can accept the historical inaccuracy. That's fine.
The one that gets me, and this isn't ruining the movie.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say.
Denzel's like, hose him down. He says that they don't have hoses in ancient Rome. I'm like,
yeah, what the
Denzel,
heck?
stop ad-libbing the script, Denzel.
Hose him down.
Yeah, I was like,
No, I can imagine.
this isn't
Ridley wrote
Remember
that.
the Titans, Denzel. Come on. Do not ad-lib. You're in ancient Rome. Follow the script. I was like, what are we doing, Denzel? Although I love Denzel, and he was my favorite part of the movie.
I feel like he should have been the protagonist. I found his story way more interesting.
Yeah. No, they did take on way too much, I think. But no, he was good. I just love Denzel, though. You know, I could watch anything with Denzel.
Did you watch Romulus? Alien Romulus?
No.
That one was good.
I think you recommended it to me, though, earlier in the year. It's the aliens deep-throating the people that I just can't get behind, dude.
That's where you draw the line?
Yeah.
Other topics I wanted to mention were young and rising stars. I mean, we mentioned Josh O'Connor.
Yeah, he's fire.
I also put in to follow up with our 2023 in film episode, checking in on the future of DVDs and movie theaters.
They're fucked.
Yeah, physical media is like reaching.
No, it does suck.
Physical media, like, I don't know how closely you follow like physical media releases, but like prices for movies are like last year, like a 4K like or Steelbook or something. And it's people who buy, like, I get it. It's not everyone is gonna go for this stuff, but like 4Ks are this year sometimes some of them in like $40-$50, and I'm like, man, even like my favorite, like, I can't do that. Like I can't do that anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Like now I pretty much can only justify buying discs for movies I love and that I know are visual or audio like masterpieces. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I think you're still in the few payments of that whatever the extra steelbook that you got of Oppenheimer.
oh, I canceled that. See, that's the thing, bro. It's just too much.
Wow. I was also going to mention an in memoriam because we lost a lot of massive stars this year. Roger Corman, Donald Sutherland, Shelley Duvall, Bob Newhart,
Damn,
Gina
Donald
Rowlands,
Sutherland.
Alan Delon, James Earl Jones, Dame Maggie Smith, Chris Christopherson, John Amos, Terry Garr. Gosh, I mean, there's some topics that are very good of conversations. Films that you've missed or have yet to see that you wanted to see from this year. I put The Outrun, Baby Girl.
The Outrun, yeah.
The Outrun was with Saoirse Ronan.
No, I know. I'm saying I missed that one. I wanted to see
It
it.
didn't come to Cinemark. It came to a few theaters randomly. I'm devastated I missed that one. I felt like that could have been on my list. Baby Girl and The Room Next Door have yet to be released.
The Wild Robot I really wanted to watch in theaters.
I was going to also bring up 2025 Oscar predictions, but Cole and Samy will be back for the Oscar special, I hope. So we'll get into that. You're the most frequent guest, so...
Maybe.
Yeah, so time to pump the brakes, you know, chill, man.
4 people, and it's us 3 and then Craig.
I'll look at my schedule.
Okay, you do that.
Craig's going to be in it too. I can't be in this shit, bro. 'Cause me and Craig will probably just argue about everything.
Most looking forward to in 2025, I put Mickey 17, Robert Pattinson, The Battle of Bacton Cross,
The 7
Leonardo and PTA, Tron Ares.
Oh, shit. No, the entire band of 9 Inch Nails is score. That's the only reason I'm looking forward to that movie.
Thank you all for joining me today. So, Cole, you recently won an Emmy. that doesn't make sense. Okay.
Do Samy first.
Just let her say you won an Emmy, bro. It's okay. It's a fact,
My
you know.
God.
Samy!
Samy, Waveform is coming out soon, right? What's the latest update? I'm very excited.
It is the scores. I just got the color grade. I got the color grade back from Craig, and I am arranging the final like bits of score and soundtrack to the film, and yeah, I'm looking at fest.
So I give your color an A+.
I might not like.
Let him talk, Cole.
I might not be able to premiere it like the way I have in the past, because depending on what festival that's submitted to, sometimes they require you to not premiere your shit until they premiere it. So, okay, fine. I won't premiere it.
Well, I'm happy you're taking the festival route. You haven't really done that yet, have you? Right?
No, yeah. So that's my first. Craig and I did our 1v1 script, and I just submitted a short script also, too.
Ah, so excited. Yes.
Can I hit the clapping one for that?
Yes, you can.
What is the clapping? You didn't hit on it.
Okay.
I'm excited for Sammy's short film.
Yes.
Yo, hell yeah.
And
The trailer was
Adolfo's
dope.
in another short film you're in the making, right?
Correct.
Yeah, and that, yep. So that one is the short script I just submitted to Anti-Gravity, and if I lose that, well, it doesn't matter. We're back to square one, and we're gonna film it anyway. But if I do win, they basically like fund the project and kind of not like take over, but you just, you know, Adolfo might not be in it if I win, but I'm gonna try to get him in it because I did read something like the guidelines, and it's like, can you cast whoever you want if you win? And they said something about we go through a casting process. So I'm like, well, can I just be part of that I don't know. This is all big if. You know, statistically speaking, I'm not going to win. So chances are, yes, Adolfo
I believe
will
you're going to win.
Is this your first acting role, Adolfo?
I guess professional. I don't even know if it's professional, but yeah.
No, you were an extra on Floating Daisies.
I guess in
Craig's film.
That kind of sure.
You were playing cards, bro.
You know,
you were moving in the frame. You like had.
I was not being myself, which is acting. So
exactly, you were pretending to be someone.
I've acted my whole life, actually. My personality is not real.
Every time we hang out, it's like a different.
Yes.
Interesting. So you've learned a lot from him today.
Or nothing, because he's probably acting right now. He actually loves Joker just as much as you do, but it needed to be, you know, we were all trying to gang up on you.
So Waveform, we don't know when it's going to be released because of the festival, so to be determined, because originally it was going to be winter.
2025 at some point, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
Fire.
Cole, you won an Emmy at the... Does not... You don't need to do ba-dumps to that. You won an Emmy. That's incredible.
I don't know if it's incredible, but it did happen.
It is. You won an Emmy. You're an Emmy-winning photojournalist. Suncoast Regional Emmy Awards. What was the news package you won for it?
Waiting on Rebuild, I think is what it was officially called.
Uncovered some conspiracies.
Yeah.
Some shady business.
No, we didn't rebuild anything, but we hopefully help some people get some stuff taken care of. But no,
Absolutely.
honored to win. Proud of my colleagues that won with me.
Hell yeah.
Where can we watch it? Is it available to watch?
Yeah, it's on First Coast News YouTube page for sure. Maybe on First Coast News Plus if you guys want to download the app. Lots of my stuff goes on there.
Can you get me a free subscription?
It is free.
Oh, I always assume anything with plus in the name you got to pay for.
No, it's free to download. So, everybody download it on your TVs or on your phones. Check us out online or watch us if you want. Yeah, that's about it. So, cool to win. Cool to be nominated. But that's it,
Very exciting. You should be thrilled. I know you're like back and forth with the win, like, but
Not really back and
it's-
forth.
well,
Pretty confident in my feelings about it.
well, you joke when you're,
Oh, well, yeah, for comedy, it's great.
yeah,
Love to use it for a good joke, but
yes, you can't resist a good joke. That's true.
yeah. But I think the people to my right and to my left and to my forward are going to do some much more impressive things in the future here, so.
Well, actually, that brings me to
Like winning 2 Emmys.
What?
He said I'd do better, so I'll win 2 Emmys.
No, you're going to win like 7.
7.
I think so.
manifest
On my
that.
7th one, I'm going to call you up.
You're
Shit,
like,
bro, you were
yeah.
right. Damn.
You're going to win 7 festivals. I don't know how it works.
I'll make sure to put the link to Cole's Emmy winning package on the episode description, and everyone check out Barefoot Python Media on YouTube and keep a lookout for waveform updates on that, and of course the rest of Sammy's upcoming projects.
Samy is Barefoot Python, in case anybody didn't know.
Yes, that's his production company.
Just to clarify, I got a little confused, and maybe some of the viewers got a little confused, and that's okay, because I got confused too. So yeah, check out Barefoot Python on
YouTube.
YouTube.
And sometimes TikTok.
And sometimes TikTok, but mainly YouTube.
Yeah.
Find them on YouTube.
Adolfo, is there anything you would like to mention? Anything you would like to shine a light on?
I would just like to say that we did our list, but I'm still haven't seen Nosferatu,
Mhm.
haven't seen The Brutalist,
Yeah.
haven't seen Nickel Boys, Baby Girl, Room Next Door, so looking forward to those. And
Looking
also
forward to all the films.
just to shine light on animated films as well, because I feel like
Mhm.
animated films are really underrated.
Mm-hmm.
So The Wild Robot, I mean, Inside Out 2 is pretty big. Memoir of a Snail is probably my favorite one this year. Look Back, and Japanese animated film. So yeah.
And I usually end with the question, is there a film recommendation, a line from a film, really anything you'd like to conclude our episode with today? But is there anything you would all like to manifest or speak into existence for 2025?
Listen, 2024 was a great year of movies. It was an adventure from start to finish. Some good, some bad, some mediocre, some Joker too.
Some Megalopolis.
But you know what? It's
Oh my God, we didn't even mention Megalopolis.
We got Glicked, but Mega Joker
Yeah.
was the real one.
I saw that the same day, actually.
Oh God.
I would
The,
like to. Oh wait, you're still promoting shit.
I know. I'll finish it off. 2024 was an adventure, and it was a wave, and we rode it, and let's ride the wave of 2025, and wherever it takes us.
In 2025, I would like to manifest the return of Mindhunter,
All right.
which is not going to happen, but I'd like to manifest it anyway.
I respect that. Adolfo, is there anything you'd like to manifest for 2025?
I mean, just great movies.
Yes.
Hip hip hooray!
Yes. Yeah.
Woo.
I'd like. Yes. Always applaud great cinema. That's soda can.
Yeah.
It's a beer.
It's a
can.
beer
We're
can.
celebrating.
We're
Whatever.
celebrating.
Good cinema. Woo!
Okay, this is out of control.
No, yes,
I guess for 2025, what I'll speak into existence is to continue this podcast, and hopefully it'll do continuously well. And
Also manifest a teaser. Oh, sorry, a teaser trailer for Nolan's movie. But yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
Anything Nolan related. Sir Christopher Nolan. My God. Okay.
Manifest.
Yeah,
destiny.
manifest that podcast will continue to grow, and it can be something I can continue doing, because I do enjoy it, and I know you guys enjoy it, and yeah, I guess just more growth. I hope to maybe monetize sponsors and such. Let's hope it continues. Thank you all again for joining me today. Thank you all for listening. And guys, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful episode. Bye, everyone.
I'm gonna hit a button.
Sure.
It's actually a whole episode, but it's okay.
Special thanks to Cole Echevarria, Samy El Kamel, Adolfo Miranda, Dr. Gillian Smith, Franklin Rich, Caitlin Fitzpatrick, Freddie Burgos, Josie Cruz, Shane Kidd Walker, Christina Santiago, Bernardo Goya, Matthew Cote, Craig Ian Pedroza, Lena Smith, Brandon Gibson, Vesta Millard, David A. Roberts, and Holly Kehoe. This episode was recorded on December 18th, 2024.